Every minute, another man over 50 quietly loses a little more of his strength. Not because he's lazy, not because he's old, but because his testosterone is collapsing in silence. You can feel it. The stiffness in your legs, the heaviness in your chest, that quiet thought whispering, "You're not the man you used to be." But what if that voice is wrong? What if your body hasn't failed you? It's just forgotten how to create power. Here's the truth. You don't need a gym. You don't need heavy weights. You don't even need perfect health. All you need are 3 simple movements that switch your testosterone system back on, naturally, powerfully, insanely fast. When you perform them right, blood surges, muscles harden, and your body remembers what real strength feels like. I'm Dr. Helen Carter, men's health and performance coach, and today I'll show you 3 no-equipment exercises that rebuild testosterone and restore the kind of muscle that never quits. Before we start, drop a comment below. Tell me where you're watching from and how old you are. Let's see where our brotherhood is growing from today. Now find a wall. We begin with the wall sit. Stand with your back against a wall. Step your feet forward about half a meter, then slide down until your knees bend to a perfect 90-degree angle. Your thighs should be parallel to the floor, your shins vertical, your heels pressed into the ground. Now, hold. The first 10 seconds feel easy. The next 20 make your legs start to burn. And by 45, you'll feel your body shaking, trying to escape. Don't move. This is the moment your body remembers what it means to fight gravity again. The wall sit. It looks simple, but it's brutal. And that's the point. It wakes up the biggest muscle groups in your body, the quadriceps, glutes, and hamstrings. When these muscles fire together, they send a biological alarm to your brain that says, "We need power. We need testosterone." As blood floods your lower body, circulation to your pelvic region increases. Your core tightens. Your breathing deepens. Each second you stay here, your nervous system rewires itself, turning stress into signal and signal into strength. Breathe through your nose, in for 4 seconds, out for 6. Keep your back flat against the wall, eyes forward, mind focused. Hold for 60 to 90 seconds, rest 45 seconds, and repeat for 3 sets. If you can last the full minute, you've already done more for your testosterone system than most men do in an entire workout. By the end of the 3rd set, your legs will be shaking like live wires. That's good. That trembling is your nervous system coming alive again, the foundation of your hormonal strength rebuilding itself. Because when you can hold your ground against gravity itself, your entire body starts to listen. As that burn spreads through your thighs and begins to fade, a deeper current starts to stir, a pulse rising from your core. That pulse leads us straight to the next move, the one that reawakens the power center of every man, your hips. Lie down on your back. Bend your knees until your heels are about 30 centimeters from your glutes. Feet flat, arms by your sides, palms pressing lightly into the floor. Take a deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, drive your heels into the ground and lift your hips toward the ceiling. At the top, squeeze your glutes as if you're trying to crush steel between them. Hold for 2 seconds. Then lower your hips slowly, keeping tension the whole way down. 15 repetitions for 1 set, 3 sets total, resting 45 seconds between each. What looks like a small motion is actually a full-body awakening. Most men lose their power from the same place they sit on every day, their glutes. These muscles are the switch that controls blood flow, posture, and testosterone production. When you reactivate them, your body starts sending powerful signals to rebuild muscle and restore hormone balance. As you lift, visualize a surge of heat moving from your heels, through your hips, into your core. That's circulation returning to the engine of your vitality, the pelvic floor. This region is directly linked to sexual health, energy, and hormonal drive. Keep your breath steady. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Exhale through your mouth for 6. Each breath trains your body to stay calm under tension. The same skill you need to lead, to perform, to live with power again. After just a few sessions, you'll notice subtle changes. Your lower back feels looser, your stance stronger, your walk taller. And deep inside, a kind of confidence starts to hum again, the kind that only comes when your body begins to trust itself. Because strength isn't built by weight, it's built by connection. The glute bridge reconnects your legs, hips, and spine into one living system of energy and control. Stay here for a moment. Breathe. Feel that warmth spreading through your hips. That's life returning. And now that the engine of your body is fully awake, we move to the final exercise, the one that locks everything together from the ground to your core and restores the posture of real masculine power. This is the deep squat hold. Stand tall with your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Turn your toes out just a little, about 15 degrees. Now take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, sink down, deep, until your hips drop below your knees. Keep your heels flat on the floor, keep your chest open, let your arms rest in front of you or press your palms together at your heart. This is the deep squat hold, one of the oldest and most powerful postures a man can reclaim. In many cultures, this was how men rested, ate, even talked. They didn't lose their strength because they never stopped using it. Stay low. Breathe slow. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, exhale for 6. As you hold, feel your ankles, knees, and hips start to open like old hinges coming back to life. What's happening inside you is extraordinary. The deep squat decompresses your spine, stretches the pelvic floor, and floods your lower body with oxygen-rich blood. This circulation wakes up the pubococcygeus muscles, the same ones that control vitality, performance, and testosterone production. Every breath you take down here teaches your body how to relax under pressure. That's not just flexibility, that's control. Hold for 60 seconds if you're new. Work your way up to 3 minutes over time. If your heels rise, widen your stance slightly or place a small support under them until your mobility improves. You'll notice something shift after a few sessions. Your hips feel freer, your lower back stops complaining, and your posture, the very way you stand in the world, starts to change. This is more than an exercise. It's a reset. Because when you can sit comfortably in your own strength, the body no longer wastes energy fighting gravity. It channels that energy into regeneration, into growth, into testosterone. Stay here a few seconds longer. Breathe deep. Feel that quiet pulse returning from the ground up, through your feet, your legs, your core. That's not fatigue. That's power waking up. Now, slowly rise. Stand tall. Roll your shoulders back. And notice how the ground feels different beneath your feet. Solid, alive, connected. Because this isn't just about exercise, it's about remembering what your body was built to do. Before we finish, there's one final movement. A posture that has been used for centuries to build balance, focus, and raw masculine energy. It's called the horse stance. Stand tall with your feet much wider than shoulder width apart. Turn your toes out about 45 degrees. Now, slowly bend your knees and lower your hips until your thighs are almost parallel to the floor. Keep your spine upright, chest lifted, and shoulders relaxed. Imagine you're riding a powerful stallion, grounded, steady, unshakable. Hold this position. Breathe through your nose, deep, controlled, powerful. Inhale for 4 seconds. Exhale for 6. With each breath, feel the weight of your body rooting into the ground while the top of your head lifts toward the sky. This is the meeting point between stillness and strength. The longer you hold, the more your inner fire builds. Blood moves through your legs like molten energy, feeding your core and igniting your nervous system. Every second here trains balance, focus, and hormonal stability. Because your body can't tell the difference between holding this stance and surviving a storm. It responds by producing testosterone to adapt. Start with 45 seconds. Work your way to 2 minutes as your strength grows. Your legs will shake, your breath will deepen, and somewhere between the burn and the silence, you'll feel something click, a sense of grounded power returning to your body. This is not just a stance, it's a signal to your entire system. I'm rooted. I'm alive. I'm unbreakable. Now, slowly rise. Bring your feet together, close your eyes, take one slow, full breath. What you feel right now, that calm heat radiating through your body, is your testosterone system switched fully on. Most men believe they lose their strength because of age. But the truth is, strength doesn't disappear. It only falls asleep when you stop asking your body to wake up. You've just reconnected to something ancient inside yourself, the ability to command power with nothing but your breath, your focus, and your own weight. That's what real vitality is. It's not a supplement. It's not a shortcut. It's a signal from your body to your mind that says, I'm still here. Start with these 3 moves, 5 minutes a day, and watch what happens in the next 30 days, not just in your muscles, but in your energy, your drive, and the way you carry yourself. If you felt something wake up today, tell me in the comments below. Share your age, your location, and how your body felt after this session. Because together, we're rebuilding the brotherhood of strong men, one movement at a time.